Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, who on the show, Nico?
It's yourself and Billy are queued up right now.
Billy Boom. Billy Boom. But hey, let me tell you something about you, Billy. I got some words for you, my guy.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Billy, you have this. I was just talking about you last night, I think it was last night. Billy has a superpower of, and I think it's his bad experience to where even if he feels like how do I say it? If he feels like the fans are gravitating towards his opponent, he has a superpower of being able to kind of snatch it back. That's one thing I like about Billy. Billy, he knows when to throw shit in at certain times. I'm not saying he's the perfect battle rapper at all, but for instance, I don't even want to go into it, but too deep.
Go ahead.
But I mean, so for example, there was a moment to where I didn't feel like it was a pause-worthy moment, bruh, at all. Me personally.
No, it wasn't. It really wasn't.
It wasn't. But listen. It wasn't at all. First of all, I'm a real nigga. I don't really do the pause shit. But it's like It wasn't a pause moment. And then the fact that something had to be ran back, and then you paused it anyway because the crowd was kind of looking at you, right? And that's why I started to laugh, and I started that moment where I'm like getting the crowd hyped. Because it was like it's little shit like that you do that it's like where you said yesterday or day before yesterday you're an entertainer. So it's almost as if, okay, this is what you want, crowd, I got you. So that's one superpower that I could vouch that I seen you alive and I could. You feel me? Like I like how you rap. Some shit, obviously, I'm not gonna like everything. I don't think everybody like everything about some people. But I like how you rap. The scheme, the shit hits so much harder in the building, and the fact that you're an entertainer, I just want to say I respect you, bro. You heard me?
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
thanks,
and I value. With that being said, I'll still fuck you up, but I respect you.
I appreciate that, man. My thing is, I do have special powers. I do. It's not funny. I try to tell, like, and the more if you would have been at the Ray May battle, you would have saw it there too. Like, I have the ability to, it doesn't even have to be a punchline. I can say one thing and make the crowd erupt, you know. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When I did the No Homo on that Pac-Man scheme, I didn't do it to be funny at all. I did it like, okay, this shit sound, okay, niggas think that sound kind of gay. Okay, we'll put No Homo. I literally just did it to satisfy the audience. I didn't know it was going to turn into that eruption. And so what even,
but that's what I'm saying.
You know, I didn't plan like, I'm going to feel the crowd back right here. It was just like, you know, even the moment when I stopped and I was trying to remember how I start my second round after my rebuttals, like, when I got it in my head, I'm like, okay, I got it. Like, and still get a little small reaction in the room. Like, people think that's funny. You know what I'm saying? That it came back to me or whatever. But, yeah, dude, it's not all, you can't just come to me and think just because you rap or you rapping that's going to be enough. You know, I put a lot out there for people to deal with. I just want, after my last 2 URL performances, I just want more people to see that when Billy be giving constructive criticism, because that's all it ever be, I can really back up the things that I'm telling people that they need to improve on. You know, maybe before people didn't really pay attention because they ain't seen me do what I did last night. They ain't seen me do what I did versus Ray May. But my performance last night was better than my performance versus Ray May. And I'm showing people that I'm always stepping the bar up. I'm showing people that when I talk about niggas can't punch and this and that I execute it. Like, I don't think there's been a time where I've told people what they should do when they get in the ring, and I couldn't go in the ring and just lead by example. And I just want people to know, eventually get that respect that, this nigga Boom be talking shit, but the nigga leads by example, and I doubt it's hard. Like, anytime I battle, like, I'm either going to, it's always a debate whether I have battle of the night or performance of the night. I'm taking one. I'm taking one for sure. It's always good. I'm gonna take one unless I just have a bad night. But I appreciate that, Dad. And you know, when you was doing your shit, as soon as you stumbled, I started walking out. I said I'm out because I gotta go practice. I always do that when I watch. But I could hear from the parking lot how you had everybody going. You and Plex was good back and forth. I said because of the stumble, I had said that I thought I had Plex, but I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people.
Well, hold on. So look, are you talking about after my rebuttal, or are you talking about when I was reaching for the water? Because look,
round.
so
First round.
Okay, yeah. So look, before the battle, let me clear this up real quick. Before the battle, because I knew all my shit perfect. I was around the niggas. You know what it is. It was 420. Everybody was smoking. I'm a heavy smoker, but I did not want to smoke before the battle. And then I turned it down. It came back around like 15 minutes later. Some more shit lit up. Like, hey, whoop, I hit it, right? Big mistake. I had cotton mouth the whole fucking battle, bruh. So my mouth was hella dry. It's not that I forgot or anything or nothing. It was like, fuck, I need some water. And I think I literally reached my bottle. That was gone. I'm like, fuck, well, let me get back to it. Like, it wasn't nothing to where I just forgot shit. Like, I knew everything. But, I mean, if it looked like that, then I could see why. You feel me? I've been hearing debatable, but I could see it. But if someone said he won, like, then it's good. Like, I'm not.
I've heard. I think I heard play. I basically, because I was outside the building, I was judging on crowd reactions. That's what I was judging on. And then I got close to the door, and I could hear you guys through the garage door. So, what I'm saying is that I was not in there. I did not hear all the bars. And a lot of people are going with the debatable. So I don't think you should pay any attention to me. It was just when I'm listening through the walls, it seemed like Plex was just getting a lot of love. And sometimes like you can, and this is something I'll tell you, like I was telling everybody, I said, Dev got to stop doing them slow startups. You feel me? I want to see Dev just get right to it. Because when you did that Eddie OK, I was outside cheesing, nigga, like just big ass smile went across my face, like god damn, nigga, that shit was huge, like huge fucking eruption, you know. So I think it definitely was a debatable, man, and it definitely, you know, it's different because I seen you rap against XP, but there's no audience there, so I really didn't get to see how people interact with your style and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
That shit was dope. That you guys both put. I'm happy. I'm gonna be honest. I'm more happy for Plex because I ain't seen Plex get that type of love from an audience. Not saying that it hasn't happened, but I've just never witnessed.
No,
it.
yeah, you
that's what
Plex
I was
in his bag, bro. Plex was definitely in his bag.
People, like, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I was just telling somebody things.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, when I always say, I said, man, I know Plex is intelligent. I know he's not dumb. I know the nigga got game. He got a little mouthpiece on him, you know, with the females and shit. So I knew I just hadn't seen, like, the way he got received, I promise you, Plex ain't been received like that yet. And somebody can tell me if I'm wrong, but the way he was being received is like, yes, nigga, this is what we've been waiting for. This is the energy that you need behind you so you can elevate. Like, that's the Plex that needs to be there that's going to continue to get booked and elevate themselves to the next level. So that shit was tight. I was very impressed with y'all rocking the room like that. You know, it's scary for all of us to go out there and rap in Arizona. So, you know, I didn't know. You didn't know. Coogee didn't know. You feel me? Everybody, it was like a toss-up in the air, like, damn, how's it going to be? But Arizona was dope, man. There was nobody in the building. People really there. Especially nigga Smooth the Judge, man. That nigga was helping guys shit up and being supportive and you know, shit.
So, question for y'all too, man. As far as outside of you guys' individual performances, who stood out the most? Outside of you two, who stood out the most to y'all yesterday?
I'm going to go with certain people. I didn't get to see Keith. I heard Keith went crazy. He's like the newest shooter that got the crosshairs on him. You feel me? Everybody got him in the scope right now. But I'm really impressed with this Philly the Genius kid. I think he's brilliant.
Oh yeah, I like him too. I felt like he I wish he would have turned up. You feel me, a little bit throughout the. It's like he had the spurts where he'll be more, real, more. I don't want to say believable because I fuck with his style, but I just wish he would just turn up a little bit. But other than that, he was nice.
His bars,
Copper Solomon.
Bananas. The crowd slept on a lot of his material. That dude is gifted with the pen. I really feel like he's ready to see somebody that's. I want to see him versus Real Name Brandon. I'm gonna be honest. Real Name Brandon's already on the charts, but I think that'll be a dope ass battle. Philly the Genius versus Real Name Brandon. Just a classic. Like if that nigga rap, because you understand this too. Philly the Genius put that shit together last minute.
Fact.
Or he had to redo.
Yeah, I think it was like 12 days.
Right, and it was epic to be done in that little bit of time. Of course, he had a line about Billy Boondocks that shook the whole room up, and shit was fire. But of course, that made me like, oh yeah, that's my nigga right there. But that kid is something special. I wanted to tell him I didn't get a chance to, but he's something special, and I see a bright future for him. Dan, who you see?
Who that was impressive to me last night?
Yeah.
You know what, bro? So I mean, I like the Keys. I like the Keys kid. Word around town is they trying to set me and him up. I like him, but I don't know. I like the Sosa dude. I kind of like how he talk. I like who was cool. Jug Man was cool, but who was cool to me, bruh?
Jugman is the new 6500. We've replaced 6500.
Definitely
with Smooth the Jugman. That's the new 6 that we call him.
What's that, man? What does that mean? Explain that narrative.
That means
imagine 6 reaching Super Saiyan level, like bars wise, like and I think bully wise, like because this nigga didn't really have to. He didn't do no antic shit. I felt like he was genuine. I felt like he was him, and he demanded a presence. That nigga said, "Shut up, nigga, shut up." You feel me? Like I liked his presence. He had a lot of stage presence, and he definitely better than 6 couldn't fuck with him right now. At least I don't know what old 6 could have did, but Smooth, nice. He all right.
Yeah, that's everything 65 should have been. The big nigga with aggression and bars. So that's 65. We don't even need 65 now because we got him. 65 not coming with a new name.
All right, so let me ask this question, man, because I've been hearing, about everybody that's been doing good. Was there anybody there that regressed? Were they just disappointed from what they were expected to do yesterday?
I'm not gonna say disappointed, but I think my nigga KO had a lot of great bars that he wrote, but it's all in your delivery. I just think KO needs to perfect his performance, how you put emphasis on certain words to make it stand out within your art, and KO will be fine because KO has some crazy punches, man, and it's just the way he rapped them, it didn't come off. But see, I think I chop up a lot of experience. You have to understand that these people rap. What was I saying? Like you have to, like for example, me on stage versus Rum Nitty, right? When I battled on stage versus Rum Nitty, nobody knew who I was. I'm dressed crazy, so people need time to digest you, learn how you spit, learn how you punch. Oh, and that takes time. That takes you a couple times getting out there in front of people and doing it consistently enough to where they know what to expect from you and they know your patterns. I think KO is still in that position to where when he gets up there, people they don't know at what points to listen in. They don't know his style because KO is an amazing rapper. Like, he has super style when it comes to rapping. He has an original delivery. But when he does his rounds, sometimes he moves through them so quickly, it's almost like he's rapping on beat, and he's not, like, giving them that 1, 2, 3, let it breathe for a minute, let it simmer, That's what I would say on that note. And other than that, I really can't remember anything else because the event was
even anybody that stumbled or choked, right? I feel like
Leo, King Leo.
Yeah, but his second was crazy. Like
it was, but his second was
Leo
crazy.
Performed.
He cut it early as fuck.
Yeah,
he cut it. It wasn't like he got to the end of this shit and niggas could have argued. All right, man, that might.
No, yeah, he was. I think he was like around this middle from the shit that I've heard. Because I've heard all his rounds. I want to say he was about in the middle of it, and it's crazy because he spit that shit to that exact round outside before the battle, and he did it flawlessly. So it was like, it was crazy. That's why he looked at me like, "Whoa," and I'm like, "Yo, like." The shit was crazy, but Leo went in. The one thing that I wish could have happened in his favor is due to Vice's content. It just sucked that. It sucked. Like, he kind of landed right where Vice wanted him, and I saw it in Vice's eyes. He was like, "Oh shit, he don't know what he just did." And so,
hey KO,
Vice's
you cute,
first
KO.
was nice. What's happening, KO, bro?
What's up? Shit.
Yeah, but no, that shit.
We'll go to a recap and shit.
Yeah.
Which battle?
So we were just talking the Vice and Leo battle.
Oh,
because I had personally I had Vice with the first. Pretty clear. Then the second.
I think Vice with the first and the second. I think I got Leo with the third.
Yeah, and I think that I personally feel like if Leo could have kept up with it, it could have been a nice debatable, or you feel me, like niggas would have been edging. You feel me? It would have been a lot nicer if Leo could have finished that second with the same energy and all that, because he was feeling comfortable. So I mean, it sucks that happened, but I mean, I think he had a lot. I don't like blaming this. I don't like making excuses and shit, but everybody had their own little shit they going through. So I don't even want to say that. But he fucked up. But it's crazy because it didn't fuck up the night. Like, you look at the night and you think everything was crazy. The tryout, I saw the tryout. Were you there, Billy, for the tryout?
No, I wasn't. I was not.
Yeah, the Rum Raw, he did a little better than expected. That was my first time. I never heard of him. That was my first time seeing him. And then the other dude, the Turner dude. All right, so Turner, I don't think he was weak, bro. I think it was a mix of him being maybe a little nervous and then his accent. And I think people weren't really catching his ball, bro, because he was saying some shit, but no, like, he just couldn't. I don't think nobody was hearing him, I think. So it was his accent and projection that kind of stood in between him and getting crowd reaction. And Rum had a little more energy. He was a lot more clear. His references, he used, the name flips. It was a little easy for him. So that was that. Just easy shit that the crowd could relate to. Rum took that pretty clear.
Vice, you cute there.
What's going on, Vice?
What's happening with y'all, man?
Yeah, no, that event, bro. That shit was crazy. I done been to a few PGs as a fan and as a motherfucker that performed, and that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was crazy. Boone, I don't even. Boone, you might have been in the moment, but I mean, did you see when I was looking at you and I kind of gave you the nod, like, yeah, you took the battle?
No, yeah, I definitely see that.
Yeah, I saw you look at me and I was like. I'm like, you took it, bro. Because I ain't no hater, but I never hate on niggas.
I'm accepting it. Niggas don't understand. They be like, nigga, how you win it and you had to stumble and choke. I'm like, bro, it's not no choke, bro. Niggas know me. I don't choke. I don't have a history of ever choking. Ever. One time against YD, and this is what happened versus YD. They was like, Billy, hurry up and perform. I said, I need 5 more minutes to rehearse. They said, come on, no, you got it, man. I said, I need 5 more minutes. They said, no, Billy, you got it. I said, all right. And I had another pause moment. But they all knew that he did say he wanted 5 minutes, and we rushed the nigga. And then this situation happened. And niggas just know, like, Billy don't choke. I don't be choking. I don't have choke moments, you know. So my reputation is what get me through that shit. But he's upset right now. All that shit he was talking about the show. And
that was
the thing.
A scary moment. I will say this, bro. Because I edged it to you, right, because of that situation. And so if on cam, that's what I was saying earlier. On cam, we'll see what it is, but I definitely edged in the building. Me and Yak was talking the whole battle. That nigga Yak loved your shit. That nigga loved your shit.
But you got to understand, that the second round was all of the Power Ranger Megazord Zordon flips. And that's when I did the whole Richard Pryor hear no evil. You know, that was too much for him. I had a whole scene that I had to continuously stop because they were reacting to every portion of the scheme that I wrote. So it's
catch
just,
it later and shit.
It's levels to this shit. You know, and he just has to understand. Then I did his kill switch better than him. And that crazy part was they didn't respond to the first kill switch. I was like, damn. The second one,
that second one was crazy.
Because the cul-de-sac was crazy, and then the homicide to a suicide, that just exploded after that. I'm like, yeah, nigga. Then he did his kill switch after that, and then nigga talking about I rapped in 8 minutes. I didn't have no 8-minute round. I promise you.
No. It was 13. The cameraman, it was, bro. The cameraman told us, he was like, it was 13 minutes. Like he was showing niggas like how long. I was like, damn.
But I didn't. Y'all think I wrote 13 minutes of material?
No, what I was telling niggas is I felt like it was the period where you couldn't remember. It was the period where you couldn't remember, and it was reaction. It wasn't just 13 minutes of rap. You feel me? So, I mean, the battle was fire. But I think that's one of the few battles that we need to see that on cam to confirm. You feel me?
It's gonna be confirmed. It's like people that like you gotta understand what has to take place on the footage. Niggas will actually have to watch the footage and they have to come out that what Billy was saying really wasn't that crazy. If anything, when the footage gonna come out, people gonna catch all the shit that they missed. Like that first round, I'm being honest, I strongly believe he had a strong first, but I don't know. I think he might have got the first. All right, go first. I think my material in my first is great too.
I gave Coogee the first. I gave Billy the second and the third. That nigga first was crazy.
That rebuttal he did to my fucking Michael Blackson, oh my God. I don't think nobody
niggas was rebuttaling last night, bro. Oh yeah, Nico, just to let you know,
shit scared me. It was
I fulfilled my promise, bro. I did a couple of rebuttals myself, but I'll never do that shit ever again, and I'll tell you that.
Talk that rebuttal shit.
It's really hard to do a rebuttal. That nigga did that shit and said a piece of your dismiss, and I said, oh my God.
That shit was crazy, bro.
I was like, I had to do a rebuttal. And luckily, Billy don't watch no fucking sports. But I had a box of basketball cards, and I knew who the fuck Kevin Johnson was. You feel me? So,
you was blowed. See, I don't want to say too many bars, but Nico, you gonna delete this shit, bro?
This the thing too. Remember when you said you hit that blunt? I did the same thing yesterday. Anybody would tell you Billy don't smoke before he rap. I knew my shit so well. I had my shit. Usually Billy's finishing up his third round the night before and super practicing the night before to get it down. I had my shit ready this time. So I knew it so well that I did smoke some weed, and that's why I paused so long. Because I was high. I was like, fuck, nigga, where is it at?
That little high moment.
Yeah.
Nah, he had a little controversial. Coogee had a controversial rebuttal about the Power Rangers, and Billy was not having it. And I was trying to think, because I'm like, the only Power Rangers I know of for real is the first one. Then I remember they made a couple more variations after that, but it's like, nigga, I grew up. You feel me? They talk about,
right,
no,
like,
that's the newer one. I'm like, nigga,
ever being a Red Ranger. Ever.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, that ain't real.
But it landed in the building. Everybody was going crazy.
I'm like, nah, nigga. I'm like, hell nah. Y'all not gonna do me like that. Ain't no white. Ain't Tommy was never a Red Ranger, nigga. Not in the original fucking shit. Like, in Power Rangers Lost in Galaxy 8, yeah, maybe that shit happened, but not in the Mighty Morphin, nigga.
No, yeah, facts. And Mighty Morphin is the only one I give a fuck about. But I mean, if it landed, I'm glad it landed in the building. But your reaction to that shit was so funny. You was like, no, because you were trying to calm everybody down.
I'm like, nah, fuck that. Hell nah, this nigga lying.
Hell no, that nigga like, no, that nigga is not red. Like,
it was a real debate. Like, I know my shit. But they said something like, it was an episode where he came back, and I'm like, man, whatever. I don't know about all that, nigga.
Yeah.
I know the general consensus of Tommy was the Green and White Ranger. That one special episode where they switch outfits or something else.
But Coogee, I mean,
but that nigga Coogee was fired, man. Coogee was fired. I had some people heard his rounds, and they told me like I was gonna kill his shit. And when he came out in that first, I was like, God damn. His first was menacing. It was very menacing. But
I'm gonna tell you this. This is how I feel.
But the thing is, why I feel like I'm gonna win that first, because that acronym I did was just bananas.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I let everybody left, and nobody knew what the fuck I was doing, and came back. And then trying to think what else was in the first.
The only thing I got against Coogee, I don't think, and it's not to discredit you, bro, at all, bro. I don't think that I don't want to say that shit, bro, because at the end of the day, you a headliner, and it's still a PG, you know. But it's like, I don't think to me. I felt like, is this the best him? You feel me? Like, I didn't think that was the best him. I didn't get that vibe. So
right.
I think you stepped up to the moment. Like, not even. I think you're one of the people that kind of get battle rap. It's like, nigga, I'm not really tripping about you because it could have been anybody. It's this opportunity, and I'm not gonna waste it. And I feel like with him, he felt like, you feel me? And he was still good. I don't know. He kind of gave me the vibe like, is that it though? Because people were raving about him, you know. And it's not to say he weak. I just expected more because of the names he went against. You feel me? And the opportunities he's had. So. But that could be another Billy Boone superpower. You could probably make people smaller than what they are. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. It's not to discredit you.
Bro, you're not lying. I've done it. I've done it multiple times, bro. And I'm not even trying to be braggadocious or nothing. Like, my reputation for what I can do seems to make niggas small under my magnifying glass when they standing in front of me. Like, I have a demeanor to me when niggas is rapping that I'm unimpressed. And this is the thing. When you see a nigga spitting at me, you never see me sweat. You never see me with a look on my face like I'm worried that I might not have it under control. And that goes a long way as long as I've been doing this. So niggas get out there and I be telling niggas like, yeah, that shit sound cool, but when you get in there with me, it's not going to be what you think it is. Even though Coogee was doing his thing, but see, where Coogee didn't beat me at is that his concepts, he had some bars where he was mixing shit together, and those were like his best moments, but he didn't consistently do that through all of his rounds. He started giving light work. start doing some 1-2s, you feel me? And the 1-2s wasn't strong enough, you feel me? Then he had some shit, like the way he crafted that Michael Blackson line, had he done that in all of his material, it would have been a fight. But he didn't go that intricate in all of the stuff that he spit. So that affected. That's why he lost. He lost because when it's going to come down to my content, like my shit is more of a puzzle. Like it's deeper. Like niggas is telling me that I'm doing quintuplets or pentuplets within one bar and shit like that. So I just write heavier. You feel me? Like even when I started off my opening line with the acronym, like it looks light, but then once I bring it back and you see what I just did, it's like, damn, that's heavy. That's heavy what this nigga just did with this nigga name. So that's just how I get down, man. You know, like Ray May, everybody thought Ray May's favorite. You know what I'm saying? Everybody believed in Ray May. Even after him losing to EK, I don't think nobody has lost faith in Ray May.
Good, bro.
Like, yeah, they love you, Ray May, but when you stand in front of me, the love ain't gonna be the same. Because I really do feel like this, bro. If you get in the battle room, it's unless you like just top tier and everybody's a legend, there's only so much room. There's like 100% of the love in the room. And the people are going to distribute it to who they want to have it. And I feel like when I'm up there and I start to cook,
yeah, his background going crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. Nico, I'm coming, Nico. They can't stop me, bro. I told them I'm not gonna lose no time soon.
I got something coming. I got something coming soon, man. We definitely gonna put it out there.
So how you feel, Nico? What names you've been hearing? You know, was nice, and I mean, I know it's a little tough. You might have been behind the scenes, but you know, let's say Nico making a PG card, you know, based off the last PG in Denver, which I think, I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, it's still the West, but from watching that shit and then being here, I think this kid definitely blew that out the water. So my question would be to make your PG card. Who on there, man? Give us like 6-7 battles with one off.
6 or 7. Okay, so we do. You said in one off.
Yeah, it's just one off, bro.
Okay.
And then like 6 or 7 PG battles. Nobody
so
gets
as far as like, it's not gonna be nothing like that. But it's because I wasn't there yesterday, but I've seen 2 out of the 3. So if I go from the first couple events and then what I'm hearing from this event yesterday, so starting with the first event in LA, obviously you have Billy will be on that card, Link will be on that card. I personally think Dre Vicious should be main stage, but let's say for the sake of argument, he's the one-off slot, so Dre Vicious would be the one-off slot. What
card you talking about, Nico?
He's just asking me who have been the best performers this year and who would I put on my PG card. So I'm just naming all the people who had standout performances from the 2 events I've seen and the event that everybody been talking about. So from the first event, I would say Link, Billy. I would put Dre on there. Let me see, who else was really stand out that night? Who else really just stood out?
We talking about made people believe it. Some people do good.
Obviously, I would say Drix and TK because they obviously got the drop. So obviously, those 2 would definitely be on some kind of card in the future. I'm pretty sure there's other names I'm probably forgetting. Like I know Chico and Flo had a good battle going. I wouldn't be minding seeing either one of them getting another shot, to be honest. Both of them could definitely be in rotation. But as far as the strongest performers, I would go Link, Billy, Dre, Drix, and TK. As far as the Denver situation was concerned, Coogee, obviously, he's been brought back, so he's definitely a part of that. Yak if to my understanding, had the best performance that night. So obviously Yak would, if he's doing another PG or one-off or something, he would definitely be on a card. Poetic Genius and Spot. I can't really remember too many other people from that card per se. So if there was somebody else who went crazy, my fault, I'm just not remembering. As far as yesterday, the person I've been hearing the most about is Keith. Like, I heard there were other good battles, but as far as, like, whose stock rose the most, it was his. I don't think too many people had him being, like, a standout performer before the event. Most people kind of felt like, well, Billy and Coogee, the safe pick, their main event. You know what I'm saying? There was other people on the card you could have picked. So it's like, for me, I think that Keith definitely rose his stock from what I'm seeing. So I would say Keith should definitely get a spot. I heard you and Plex had a good war. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely say yourself and Plex, as far as what I've been seeing, should get brought back. Who else? I heard Vice had a crazy round, but I don't know if they were saying an overall performance. I ain't seen too many overall performances. I just seen that he had a crazy round where it was like round of the battle or something like that. So I don't know. I would have to see footage first. But as far as the guaranteed ones, Plex, Dev, Keith, obviously Billy and Coogee did their work. I heard Fate went off. And I think, what y'all say, Sosa was good. And then in that Smooth, you saying that Smooth versus Philly battle, I heard that was a body. Y'all over here talking like it was a good back and forth.
Nigga,
I heard that was a body.
It wasn't a body.
No, I'm telling you right now, it wasn't no fucking body. I don't know who the fuck been running around telling that fucking lie. That nigga Philly is nasty. And
you know what? Well, hold on. Shit, hold on. Now that I'm looking at it. So Philly, he took a minute to like heat up in the first. So I gave Jug the first. Then he had the choke in the third? And now I don't want to say that's a body. Philly choked. He couldn't remember? He choked in the third.
I didn't remember. We was over there, me and Emerson, we was all over there gassed off that nigga. I didn't even know he choked.
Yeah, no, he was definitely not, because he was blowed. Like, he was blowed. And I think his second round, I think he took the second.
Like, we gave him the moniker Copper Solomon. Like, he was cooking us.
Like iron. Yeah, no, like that nigga was.
He might,
I like
him.
him.
Nico, let me tell you this. If he lost, that's one thing. But his potential is astronomical in my book.
No,
he didn't have only less than a week to prep for his new opponent. So let's credit him that. But I got. If it's anybody right now that I got my eye on, it's Philly the Genius. I got my money on him right now. Like, I'm not mad at Smooth the Jugman at all for what he did. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest. I was kind of tuning in and out to Smooth the Jugman because I was in the back. But I was listening to how this nigga Copper Solomon was doing his shit. And it was very impressive. So I got money on that dude, man. I don't want nobody bad-mouthing him like he wasn't exceptional, because I see something different. I definitely see something different.
Oh, okay, so I got one other person I did not mention that I just remembered got a clear one at the first event, Ratchet. I think Ratchet definitely deserves another look at the PGs, for sure. Only thing I say about Ratchet is I want 3 full ones. I don't want you to kill your opponent the first 2, then take your foot off the gas and start coasting. Now, you're supposed to go for a body.
Right.
So, but I would definitely say Ratchet definitely needs to be on a future PG card. But hopefully, if all goes right, y'all saying that there's at least 3 or 4 droppable battles from the event. Hopefully, we can start getting some drops, because we about to be in May, and the West only has 1 PG drop. So I'm kind of,
bro,
I would like to see these drops start coming in a little more frequent, if that could be possible. Smack, bless the West Coast with some more PG drops, Smack.
Nico,
yeah,
nigga said them niggas was talking about almost every battle was droppable, bro. So like, there's gonna be. You had to be there, bro. Like, there was moments in every battle, like, Niggas be doing that shit.
Now see, this is one thing why I won't say every battle, because I was at the event in January and niggas up there was telling me all them battles should drop, and there was only like two strong ones for sure. Actually, not even two. It was like one strong one, and like the other ones were debatable. So I'm gonna wait and see this footage and see what actually comes about.
Yeah, there's a couple that ain't gonna drop. Of course, the tryout's not gonna drop. I don't think the smooth and the Philly the Genius is gonna drop, but it's better than what people saying. Like, Philly the Genius is dope. Like, that nigga, he was getting off, bro. Like, once he got in his pocket, he did have a flare of Iron Solomon in him, but he was like dope. You feel me? Like, everything was hidden once he got in his pocket. But Smooth was just aggressive, and he was consistent. On 12 days prep, both of them niggas did more than we expected.
So, question for y'all, because I hear y'all mention all these other names, but I ain't heard y'all mention K-Phil, and K-Phil pretty much been the one that I've seen getting the most praise as far as, like, breakout performance at the event. Like, how was his performance up there?
I mean, did you watch the recap? Me and Keith did a whole recap, bro.
K-Phil did his thing. He won. K-Phil is white Jesus is back. Anytime you see people saying white Jesus, that means K-Phil did what he was supposed to do. K-Phil I feel like that was K-Phil's best performance as well. Like, everything was well received last night. You feel me? It wasn't nobody that went in and didn't get love. It was just a question of were they consistent enough to get all the love they could have got out of the room. But everybody was getting love, man. But K-Phil was going crazy. And this is the beautiful thing, Nico. At the end, K-Phil and D-Rez was going to go before me. I said, I pulled my vet brother, fuck that nigga. We going first. I don't want to be the last battle, you know. But they went last, and they actually had an audience. You know, they had an audience, and the audience was fully energized.
You know what?
For
that Arizona crowd was fire, bro. Like, they didn't give it to you easy. You did have to work for it, but they were there the whole night. Run Nitty was there the whole night. Niggas was showing love. Niggas was getting, like, love from other niggas that had nothing to do with, you know, certain rappers and shit. So the whole environment, like, for Billy to be like, man, I ain't going last, and then the Rez and K-Phil hold the crowd long enough to make sure it was still entertaining to the last minute, that shit was hard, man. That shit was a moment. I mean, KG said it himself. It's one of the best PGs he's thrown, you know what I'm saying, in recent history. So.
But niggas low-key knew that event was going to be that. Remember, Vice, before we even went out there, was looking. The only thing that was missing from that card was Flo Colombo and Dot.
Yeah,
had they been on the card like they was originally supposed to, that whole shit would have been lit. Dot was missing, and Flo Colombo had to do
names. It would have been Dot and 58 names, but then we wouldn't have had Plex and Dev.
Why?
Because Plex was going against Flo Colombo.
Plex was going against who?
Flo Colombo. And Dot was going against 58 names. Dot ended up taking active, so 58 names fell off the card. And Flo Colombo ended up taking No Excuses 7 for this weekend coming up. And Dev stepped in for Flo.
Well, I mean, shit, it's still...
No, yeah, facts. I had just looked up. Facts. I had just looked in the situation. And I think,
if Flo don't drop out, we don't get Dev. We don't get Dev's performance. You feel me? So it balanced out.
All right, so let me ask y'all a question. So based on what you guys seen yesterday, and based on what you've seen this year, we're making six battle card next PG, right? Only 6 battlers that have already been on the PG card this year can make it to this next card. Only 6. Out of all the battles that have happened, you only get to pick 6.
Like,
no. I mean, you only get 6
battles
for people who have battled already in 2019 on the URL platform for the PGs. You get to pick 6 of those battle rappers, and then we're bringing in 6 new people. But you only get to have 6 returning battle rappers. Who would them 6 battle rappers be?
Oh, that's Kim, man. Ooh, that's tough.
I want to say Boom, but I don't know if Boom will make it because that might be one-off status.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
That's the only reason.
I don't think I'm I don't think I'm taking another PG, to be honest with you.
Nah.
Okay, so PG's only. No one-off. PG's only. Who getting those 6 slots?
But if I had to, I'd do another one. But I would argue against it. I don't really care, but I do feel like I'm stepping my shit up, like especially after beating Coogee. Coogee wasn't no slouch, ain't no pushover. He got a rep. I definitely feel like I'm ready to go to another level. I mean, Rum Nitty at least 2 times said he gonna fuck around and have to rematch me because of how hard I was rapping. And that's an over compliment coming from Rum. Like, nigga, you're already way up there. That nigga, like, I'm gonna have to rematch this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that said a lot. But I'm gonna let y'all do it. Cause I mean, just count me out. Just say I'm one off because I ain't never left my one off status, to be technical. So it's just whether KG, want to invest and get me somebody who's one off status. Because most people who one off status, some of them niggas probably cost money. Because the niggas over here on the coast that I could have been battled the past 3 years, like Smooth, like Dre Vicious, all them niggas, I could have been battled them niggas. It probably ain't gonna happen. So without that being said, I think they even said something about like nigga EK might be interested in battling me type shit. So
all right, so hold on. I got this for y'all because it's gonna be tough for y'all to think. So I got the list of everybody who's had a PG this year, right? I got the list right here. Now, if there's anybody whose name has been missed, my apologies, but there's probably a reason why your name was missed. So I'm just gonna read off the names that I have on here. When y'all hear a name, if it's unanimous, they move on. If even one person says, I don't know, then that person's not unanimous, and we just going to move on from the name. All right? So, to start off, we're going to go Link. Is Link unanimous?
Fuck. I can't speak because I ain't seen his performance.
All right, so we're gonna move on. So we gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next person. Let's see, we gotta skip Billy and Dre. They won off. So let's say Drix. Is Drix unanimous?
Yeah, Drix unanimous, bro.
Yeah, facts. Drix is in.
Everybody good on Drix? Okay, that's one. TK. Is TK unanimous?
And there we have it.
Yeah, I can't say
that. Okay.
Not to say bad, but I don't know.
So I have G in the same boat as Billy.
It's like that for TK because it's like TK just now came back with the Drix performance. It's like before that, it's a lot of up and down. I think another solid performance by TK was Certified's name. Personally, that's just what I think.
All right. So, hold on. The next one was Coogee. Is Coogee in the one-off status, or is he qualified for this PG side of the game?
I don't know. He got a band legacy coming up.
Yeah, it depends. I think if he go crazy at the band shit, that might be one-off status, bro.
I say count him out. He's a contingency. Count him out.
All right, so then I'm gonna move on. Poetic Genius.
I don't know.
I ain't seen him.
I ain't seen enough. You need another one.
All right, next one. Spot.
I think Spot is one-off status right now, wasn't he? I was saying Spot is a one-off status.
Yeah, I think Spot a PG still. I'd say yeah. PG. Yeah, I say.
So,
yeah, I say yeah.
Are y'all? I mean, is it unanimous? Do y'all feel like he's done enough to be out of this conversation?
I feel like he's a one-off.
Okay, so then we gonna skip the Spot name. Keith.
Keith is a lot.
He's still a PG. He definitely needs to come back. He's gonna put him on the list underneath who's the person we put up there.
So Keith is unanimous for y'all.
Yep.
Yeah, Keith and Drake so far. We got Keith and Drake.
Yeah, Keith and Drake.
Okay. Next
be nice.
name. The next name, Plex.
Yeah. After
I see Plex coming back.
that nigga was a boy last night.
You ain't gonna be able to just fit 6 niggas, Nico. I'm telling you now.
Plex was a boy last night, bro.
You gonna see. So you said Plex is unanimous. So I'm gonna move on. Dev the Demon is Dev the Demon unanimous to come back.
Plex would have killed a. He said, "I can't vote for myself. I can't vote for myself. I would say hell yeah, but I can't vote for myself."
So everybody else who's not there.
Crowd reactions, he need to come back. I was just wasn't in the building to listen to the details of the rounds, but based off crowd reaction, man, after that, yeah, I think he needs to come back.
So who was there to see everything that had? You know what I'm saying? Because want to make sure we fair down the middle for everybody.
Unanimous.
Somebody gonna get buffered out, man. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. I think Dev needs to go.
I mean, look, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? If they don't get it right now, cool, we come back. So y'all got Dev is debatable.
I think
okay,
Dev will
Fate.
get called back. Fate, I don't.
I know for a fact. I got my call back. I'm writing for it now, actually. But as far as this shit,
I'm saying Dev will get a slot. If we talk,
I'm saying that everybody who has performed this year on the 3 events, is Dev a unanimous pick? Like, is he in the top 6 battlers you've seen perform on the PGs this year?
Bro, I'm saying the top 6 is coming from this.
What was the third
PG.
event? I remember the Ray Bay event. What's the other one? Oh, you
talking about Denver. Honestly, Denver didn't impress me at all, bro. But
bro, I'm saying it's mostly coming. The 6 are coming from this last PG, bro. And
yeah,
I think Dev got a slot. I think Dev got a slot.
I put Dev on there. Y'all said no to Fate. Sosa.
I would need to see one more complete battle from Sosa. Close,
yeah,
though.
me too.
It's close.
It's close.
That's crazy. Ratchet. Does Ratchet deserve a slot?
I need 3 full rounds from Ratchet.
Yeah, he deserves a slot.
Fuck, bro. The tiebreaker. I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
It gotta be unanimous. I'm only adding unanimous picks right now. Then we'll go back.
No, it ain't unanimous.
All right. So the next one after is Vice. Is Vice unanimous?
No, I'm not even unanimous.
Not yet.
I need another one.
Okay. King Leo.
No.
Nope.
Ronnie.
No.
Nah.
No.
Chico.
I think that kind of fucked him up too.
In these top 6, I wouldn't say Chico.
Nope. No to Chico?
I don't think it would be unanimous. Because you still haven't named Boone. You haven't even said Boone. Boone's
Boone.
Right? I'm not mentioning people who are scheduled for one-offs. I'm only mentioning people who are coming back for PGs.
Oh, then I don't know, man.
Ain't nobody called me by no, but we'll leave that alone.
Yeah, but just for the sake of that shit.
Next.
What about?
So y'all said no to Chico. So Flo Colombo.
And he gonna get to Dre. Dre definitely a one-off status, though. He just had a one-off.
I think he won off too. Yeah. Nah, I don't know if Flo Colombo will be unanimous yet.
I don't think so, bro. Flo.
Not for the 6. Not for the 6 slot.
No.
We only got 2 slots left. We only got 2 slots.
He should have went. He should have went to this battle. He should have did it.
It would have had more stock.
It'd have made the difference. But yeah, one against Chico. I don't know how he did.
He did good against
Chico.
Chico.
I know he's talented. I definitely believe he will make it, and he has what it takes to make it. I definitely.
If he would have battled Plex and did his thing, he would have had way more reason to be in the 6. But he missed that opportunity. Right. He's doing no excuses. So no, not yet.
So Capital's the next name.
No, nothing about that dude.
No, that's the nigga that Yak battled, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, Capital for the night on that man. No.
So K-Phil unanimous.
Unanimous?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, K-Phil.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Go back.
Whoa, what?
I fuck with K. Phil.
What?
Okay, then that's a no then. That's a no.
No. I don't want to
there
say
ain't no
no.
holding on. If you disagree, then it's not unanimous. You can't. It can't be a disagreement and then it be unanimous.
All right, go ahead. He can stay on, bro.
We got one more slot then.
All right, so the next name, Derez.
No.
Nah.
All right, Scheme.
No.
Ray May.
No. Not for this last
All
slot.
right.
Not for this last
Hell
slot.
Smooth the
no,
Jug
Ray
Man.
May.
No, not for this last slot.
Nope. Not
For
yet.
this last slot. Not yet.
All right. Philly.
No.
Nah.
Yes. Unanimous. Y'all hate ass niggas.
No,
No,
he one more.
Copper
I'm telling you
Solomon.
right now.
He dope as fuck,
Copper
but no, not
Solomon.
yet.
He's ready for main stage.
Copper Solomon is hard though.
He
You don't get the name Copper Solomon without being dope. Just like White Jesus got his name because he was dope. Nah, but he ain't ready yet. He still got to keep looking.
He did all that just to roll with the train.
All right. Prime
who's
Luther
next?
King.
Oh,
I fuck with my
that's a
niggas. That's
curveball.
a definite negative.
No.
You said negative?
All right.
Yeah, that's a negative. That's a negative.
Next name is 58 Names.
I don't even know what that is.
One name.
To all
is enough.
58.
Yeah.
You gotta say another 58. Okay, next one is
I don't
KO.
know nothing about that bitch.
Nah.
Yeah. I see KO needs
Not yet.
more. He need one more. Maybe one or two more.
KO.
All right, next. So Fix. Is Fix coming into a PG or is he doing another one-off?
He won off.
He won off.
Did he? Did he like with him and Dre? Did he die? Or did he win? Like what happened?
Nah, Dre won clearly. Dre won very clearly and
in the
Fix
third.
choked in one of his rounds.
The third.
Dre won very clear. It was very clear.
But it's like we know what Fix can do. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think
All right, so there's a
himself.
couple names I didn't mention because they on that band legacy card. I didn't mention next. You guys said there was one other name that's on the band legacy, so we got to take both of them off because they're already booked over there.
Next is on band legacy, so he might, depending on what he does, he might be trying to get a one-off after that. So.
Nah, yeah, facts. And from what I heard,
all right,
you said next is on band legacy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Next at band. He day 3.
Coffee.
Next and Coffee on there.
Band legacy.
That's so another name is.
I don't know.
So another name is.
I'm gonna say my opinion. I could be wrong. This might sound wrong, but it's a million niggas on the band legacy cards right now. It's like
they're trying to get new talent.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not saying I don't know about the people that they got on there. I'm just saying it almost make the shit not look special because there's so many fucking people with a band legacy right now.
The reason why it's special, if you really look at the names, it's people from the West, it's people from the Northwest, the Midwest, down south, the East. Like they haven't had too many cards where everybody's sprinkled in, and I think that was a good ass strategy. They've been moving different regions and listening and doing this, and I think that's what they're doing here.
They all PGs, bro. That shit hard, bro.
Hey.
Except the
so
band,
real quick,
except the main event.
Except the band battles, of course. But
real quick, we got two more names on here that I have written down. We got Shy Dog and Travel Uncut.
I would say Shy Dog, yeah.
Is
I don't
unanimous?
remember what Shy Dog did in the last one.
I don't know if it's unanimous, but he beat Trav Uncut. So why would Trav Uncut get in there? Add a PG.
I hear Leo choked yesterday. I put Leo down here. It don't matter what the result of the battle is. I'm mentioning everybody. Everybody I can remember.
I thought Leo wasn't on there.
You to be fair.
I know, but
I'm being fair.
But you saying for the last slot? No, I don't think Trav Uncut would get it. But I know Shy Dog might not be unanimous, so it's neither of them.
Trav Uncut got to stop looking like Snorlax and wake up and rap, and then something's gonna happen. That nigga old tight-eyed Guamanian looking motherfucker.
All right, so that's the only other two names I have. The only other two names I have written down is Saint and JUS, and their battle's getting rescheduled for that Seattle PG, to my understanding. So
even with that being said, I would. Dang, I still want to throw Saint on there though, even though him and Justin in battle. I kind of want to still throw Saint. I got to. I'll be a. I don't want to say I'll be a hater, but I'll be a dumb nigga.
Do y'all want to? Even though he booked, you know what I'm saying, has another one pending, y'all want Saint on there?
Oh, no. I'm trying. When's the last thing Saint battled on URL?
Last year when he won clearly versus both his opponents, YD and Poetic Genius. To my understanding, he clearly beat YD and he clearly beat Poetic Genius, and neither battle dropped because of the opponent. That's to my understanding. So
I think in one of those, I don't know. Regardless, Saint up there, it's too much talent to leave off. Not to say the other gentlemen don't got talent, but Saint special, bro, and that's a motherfucker. He take it serious and he utilize it. He on there, facts.
So for everybody else not Dev, y'all good with Saint, or do y'all saying no? You want to go back?
I think I got
talking, so I'm gonna take that as Saint is added. So right now, man, right now, these will be the unanimous picks by y'all for another PG card. Drix, Keith, Plex, Dev, K-Phil, and Saint.
Even name
are unanimous. Everybody else was not unanimous.
Why you
Hold on, say the names again? Yeah. That
BP, you're Cuban, and
XP just choked at his last PG.
You ain't never
I didn't say XP.
Lied. I just wanted
I swear I thought I heard it. Could you go with the name? I swear I thought I heard it.
I definitely didn't say XP, so let me say it once again. Drix, that's with the X, Keith, Plex, another X, Dev, K-Phil, there goes your P, and Saint. I didn't say XP.
That's crazy. I swear I heard it, but you didn't say it though, but all right. All right, so with that being said, what you doing with that, Nico?
As far as what? Hey, BP and just 661, y'all both queued down.
What's up, man?
So what am I? You asking me what am I doing with that 6? I mean,
yeah. Now we did the hard part. We want to see you make some matchups and kind of just give us a little bit a brief summary on why.
This nigga's had a whole list just to tell us what we gonna do.
So I'll do this right here because it depends on how URL books matchups, but if I'm booking some matchups versus people who have not been on the card, I'm going to go with Saint versus Dot Everything. I would give K-Phil. Damn, somebody's TV is going crazy, huh?
My background goes crazy. Mute button.
K-Phil, who has not been booked this year that needs a booking on the PGs? Who needs a booking?
Damn.
I got one. So I got Dev the Demon versus the Kid Clutch.
I'll fuck him up. Keep going, though. Keep going. Fuck Clutch.
We got remaining is Drix, Keith, Plex, and K-Phil. Who else has not been booked this year so far?
Drix versus Keith got to go down.
That'll be nasty.
I'm matching them up with people who haven't even been on here yet. But if you want Drix versus Keith, match it up. Drix and Keith, that settles 2 slots right there.
That'll be nasty.
All right, Drix versus Keith, that knocks that out. So the only people remaining who need matchups is Plex and K-Phil. I can't really think of anybody who has not had a PG that like they have to have one right now. Like I don't really know who else.
Yeah, I mean
like,
that.
Okay, who's going crazy out here in the West that hasn't had a PG in 2019 yet? Like who's really making noise
Holiday.
like that? Like I got Dot versus Saint. I got Dot versus Saint already.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying like I can't really think of anybody who's been going crazy in the West that hasn't been mentioned. Like that's tough for me right now to think of. Like I can't think of anybody who's being. I'm trying, bro. I really can't think of nobody else.
Yeah.
You know who need a PG? MC Quest. Like I'm being honest, that nigga will run through it. That nigga will run through everybody on that list. Easy work. That nigga beat me. No, he not. But I can get him active. I need that nigga to get a PG, and everybody who's seen that nigga rap against me know that nigga's the shit, and he has it. He's very well poised. The nigga hit back to like the nigga's vicious. I believe.
I would like to see.
Anybody?
I would like to see West Coast Dread come back.
West Coast Dread like a senior citizen now. You feel me? He's off a 401k to pitch. Big homie is done. No, West Coast Dread, that's a nigga that a lot of them niggas can't beat either. That nigga's aggression is unmatched. And he be talking that real street shit. I want to see him first, Geechee Gotti. Yep.
That'll be crazy.
I want to see a nigga that can talk that shit to Geechee.
Who else is on this line right now? DJ? Yeah, I can't think of anybody else who has not. I don't know if y'all know anybody else in the West that's been going crazy like that. Like the only other person I've seen talking about getting a PG and it was self-promotion was Bread. Outside of Bread, I ain't seen nobody else.
Kid White need a PG.
What?
Kid White.
Kid White.
Kid White is from Arizona. He's stupid nasty. He'll fuck a lot of y'all niggas up on my mother.
I know the Northwest is pushing, what is it, MT? I don't know if it's MT $sign or MTS or whatever. I know they pushing him hard. Like they pushing him hard.
Why don't After get a PG?
After. I'm not mad at it. I mean, shit, they gave one to Shad Dog. Shit, I'm not mad at it.
But I think that nigga been cooking. His name is always floating around.
Yeah, I'll definitely give After a look. Let's see, After already battled. I'm not mad at Rubber Tongue getting a look. But see, here's my thing though. When I'm looking for names for a PG card, I guess it's this process of elimination too. It's like once you've already gone through the names of the people who are going crazy and have not yet been awarded that slot, then you got to start looking at the other names where it's like you've been around for a minute and you hadn't had one, so now I'm gonna go ahead and try and book it. Almost like giving everybody a shot. So I
think that's where it was failing, though. To be honest,
I really don't see too many people out here that's just like it's a requirement that they need to be on a card. Like, I'm sorry, like it's really been the main consistent like couple handfuls of battle rappers that have really been standout, and then there's everybody else.
Why we ain't bring up Real Name Brandon?
Real name,
he in the band shit. The same reason we. Oh no, he ain't banned, but he got he in Atlanta. He got this weekend. Damn, forgot about that shit. He out there this weekend for they call.
URL.
Yeah,
I was gonna say for those people who are already booked, I'm not putting them on the list just because you're already booked. So it's like, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to like see who. Out of who's already been there, but now I'm starting to think of the people who haven't been there, and it's like, what names would y'all say Urban the Element?
Urban needs a PG. He definitely needs a PG.
All right. So we go Urban. Y'all said Rubber Tongue. You mentioned Kid White.
That's the nigga who started to gut so big bar. Data Gala, that's his name.
You said After needs
you know
one.
what I'm thinking,
Who else needs one?
boom.
Or,
out of all the names that we just said, right? The Kid Whites and the Rubber Son, I think Philly could be. He might be better than them, bro.
Nah, Philly. I'm telling you, dog. I got my money.
He might be better than all the names we just mentioned. That's crazy.
I want to see Philly battle again. I want him to be. I want to see what a fully prepared Philly does. I wish I knew that nigga Facebook.
I'll tag you because him and like I said, we talking right now.
All right, so let me separate that list then.
What you think Philly and K Phil would do?
Oh, y'all got to answer that because I haven't seen the performances.
Nico, I know. Damn, I wish you would have been there, Nico. Man, we had fun. It was real fun out there.
Nah, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, wanted to get out there, man. I definitely want to get to another event outside of Cali in the West. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that Northwest PG one I might be able to get out there because I hear that card's going to be crazy as well. So,
hey, Seattle like a mini area, bruh. Like, I fuck with Seattle. I love they vibe. They not biased out there. They love they Northwest niggas, but they'll root. If something crazy, they going to root for your ass. I fuck with the Northwest.
I have yet to be booked.
So let me ask y'all a question. I got a serious question for y'all. All West Coast bias aside, we just talking about who has been the best, right? If I compare it to a couple of the ones out there, I'm going to name 3 from out there, right? Squeako, Swamp, and Ace Amin. Is there anybody in the West who's had a PG whose performance is comparable to any of those 3? Whether it's been dropped or not, because the only one that dropped was Drix and TK. So obviously the ones that haven't dropped, y'all saying it was real crazy yesterday. Is there anybody comparable to them dudes?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. My belief in a nigga is different from what may happen. I think Saint could fuck with a couple of those niggas.
I agree.
I don't think he could fuck with Ace, but I think Squeako for sure, that'd be nice, and Swamp, that'd be nice. So I say Saint.
You don't think Saint could fuck with Ace Amin?
Nah, for the same reason.
Is it just substance? Is it just substance,
yeah.
or is it?
Yeah, it's the feel. And to me, Saint don't give me that feel. Saint could just rap good. You hear me? But when you got a nigga who could rap good and he give you that, then it's so hard to say that nigga lost, bro. Like, you know how I feel about that shit. So it's like, and I feel like Swan could talk that shit too, but it's just, I think Saint got enough. I think he got enough to where him and Swamp would be fire. But
man, I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't gonna wait for nobody to name me. I'm comparable. That's it. Dead ass. My performance, that fire versus Ray May. It just ain't came out because somebody's sitting on the footage. We working on that stuff. I'll fuck a Swamp out up, nigga.
That's what I want to see, bro. I want to see you against a nigga like not to say you not cut, but a nigga that's really like just really in the field, bro. I look at, hey, okay, I feel you, bro. You feel me? And it's like there's only maybe 1 or 2, maybe 4 niggas I look in their eyes and it's like, yeah. But it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, I think you could rap for sure. I don't know. I don't ever want to put you. I don't want to put you down, bro. Cause you nice.
You feel, bro. I'm explaining, bro.
It's not putting
I just feel
down.
like there ain't too many niggas that could.
Matter how real
I don't think there's too many niggas on the West right now that could. The feel that Ace give, I don't know. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, Ace kind of got more feel than he do bars. So I think maybe, I don't know. There's a couple niggas. I think next could fuck Swamp up.
I can't even agree with that one. Ace do got bars, bro. He definitely got bars. It's just not your conventional punchline format.
Bars. Nah,
that's okay, but that's see, that's the same thing with other niggas like say Gotti. Niggas like, oh, Gotti, all he do is rap about real shit, but Gotti got bars. It's just that's the shit that hits home the most. Just because it stands out the most don't mean that you don't provide the other shit. It just means this particular thing stands out the most.
I think I seen that rap when the Swamp shit came out. Or the Your Honor.
Yeah,
who did Amin go against?
Yeah.
Ace battle Fuse the General. That battle's out. Ace to me is probably the best PG, I would say.
I think that nigga keep it 100 with you. They have to outsmart Billy. That nigga can now outsmart me. I don't care how much real shit you can talk because, nigga, my bars hit. It don't matter. You can talk all that real street shit. You could be a real street nigga. That ain't gonna matter to me, bro. Because, see, what Billy's not gonna try to do is to compete in an area where he's not a factor. I'm not competing for real. I'm competing for this pin game. And I just know I'm gonna outsmart everybody. And then on top of that, my performance. Now the special moves fade a little bit. I don't know because I went down south and I had the whole crowd saying what I wanted to say, just like I had them doing it in L.A. So I don't know, man. My name is out there. You know, I can't wait to go to Verbal Warzone. That shit coming up.
Hey, but,
so I mean, based on what I've seen this year, though, I would probably say Ace. I'd probably say go Ace, Swamp. Then I would put Drix just because I think matchup wise, I think Drix could beat Swamp. Yeah. But I think as far as like PGs, I would say Ace, Swamp, Drix, Squeako. I can't remember who he battled, but I think he was pretty dope too. I put him over TK. As far as drop battles now, as far as the ones that did not drop yet, Billy, I definitely think your performance is up there for sure. I'm pretty sure they're never gonna drop that Link and Ronnie battle, but Link definitely was he was in rare form.
I knew he was gonna kick his ass.
I think did you just say my shit not coming out with Raymay?
No, I said it hasn't come out. I'm talking about as far as battles that have not dropped yet.
I think that didn't they? Yeah, I'm about to say. I thought you just said last night, like nigga, it's coming. So
no, it's big coming.
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying is that as far as like battles that have dropped, I'm just talking about that. But as far as the ones that have not dropped yet, I would definitely say Billy is up there.
Check it out. Dre verse 6 was supposed to be out already too. That's coming. Dre and Dre verse 6 is coming out. It's just that nigga KG ain't got the footage yet. So my shit coming, and when both my PGs drop, yeah, what? Yeah, on my mama.
This is my thing. The thing about band with now this is the one file that I have about band, Billy, is the fact that there's hella PG battles and hella battles. When is it like? Think about a couple of shit. Like I was told for sure a couple of shit's dropping. So when do you think the battles from this event would drop? You feel me, over the East? Because they definitely put the East over the. I be seeing that sometimes.
It's gonna be some time, man.
I don't know if it's putting the East over the West. I'm just gonna be honest. I think that some of them performances they have over there are just better.
Nah, man. KG said with the win that he could have these PGs out, some of these PGs out by next week. The way KG made it sound was like it all breaks down to the footage. Niggas be sitting on the footage, and that's why shit don't come out. But you have to understand, too, that every region gets they drop, they turn. You feel me? Like,
this
from the West and one of... Go ahead.
This be the West issue, man. Let's just keep it real when it comes to PG. A lot of times, URL looking at a battle, it's either this battle is guaranteed gonna be successful, this is gonna go crazy on YouTube, people are gonna be talking about this battle, or it's one person did a job and the other person was so, or it be niggas be choking and it's like, do we really want to release that? Okay, let's just throw it out there and see if it hits. Like, I don't really think there's been too many West PGs outside of the event y'all talking about last night. I don't think there's been too many PGs out here where it's like, okay, this footage here, this drop, this is going to be a guaranteed hit. I don't think I've watched a battle yet that was, like, guaranteed per se. I don't think I watched it. Like, obviously, Drake and DK, that did pretty solid. I think the views are still kind of low. I would like to see them views be a little higher than where it's at. But as far as, like, if you're comparing it to, like, Swamp and Ace Amin and all them, I think what they have on their side is the hype machine. Like, there are certain people that were in the building watching it after the event and during the event. They're on Twitter talking about, oh, y'all got to watch this Ace Amin. Y'all got to watch fucking Swamp. Y'all have to watch these niggas. And they were pushing the issue for weeks until their footage actually dropped. So there was hype behind it. When we have shit drop from out here, it'd be random. There's no hype. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't even know when, you know what I mean? So I think that's one place that we probably as a whole region could get better at is just, if there's somebody in particular who really went crazy, we got to push the issue on our social media platforms to the point where when the battle drops, people are clicking this shit because we made enough noise for people to want to click on it. It can't just be, oh, a couple words here and there the day afterwards, then Monday we on to some other shit. I don't know if I'm making sense to y'all, but that's kind of like an assessment.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense, but I'll tell you what. One thing that I would like to push, whether it's me or not, right? I want to push trailers being dropped for West Coast PGs because you see these motherfucking trailers, right? And it'll be like it'll be their best bar, their best setup, or one of their best shits, and it gets people hyped to watch the fucking battle. Where the West is like, okay, battle drop, but these motherfuckers don't be knowing shit. But here's the thing, though, bro. People in the West, and I said this shit to y'all last week. Niggas in the West are very lazy with promotion, bro. You talking about getting trailers? These niggas won't go live. These niggas barely want to make a post with a flyer. They not finna make 30 seconds to a minute clips for a trailer for you. Like, it'll be dope. No,
but I only see a couple people doing that. Like, look, Vice did some promo in a video. Keith did some promo for a video. Billy sold his fight the whole time.
Nico,
I mean, you and Flex got in here for a face-off. I mean, but outside of that, the majority of the West don't be promoting like that to where you're going to see trailers, bro. They're not like...
No. I agree about promo. What I'm saying is, as far as the trailer is, the preview of what's to come. How niggas can all of a sudden URL, boo boo boo, Arizona PGs, bam, all of a sudden you see Billy rapping, the crowd go crazy. Bam, you see Coogee rapping, the crowd go crazy. It's making people like, okay, boom, okay, Coogee, they got some shit coming. Bet I'll be on the lookout for it. You heard me? That's what I mean as far as the trailers, the previews. I want to see that on the West because I've never, ever seen a West PG like that. Maybe I just ain't looked at hard enough. But I feel like that also generates buzz. Niggas hear the bar and they like, oh, boom, back. Let's tune into this shit. That's another 30,000 views just because of the trailer. I mean, the preview.
But who, okay, but can I ask you a question? Who have you seen with that over there, though? Like, who's been making like...
What you mean? All the band battles get that shit. Most of the PGs get that shit. I promise you. I got niggas that don't fuck with battle rap that like that. They like battle rap, but because they send it, they'll send it to me like, hey, bro, this hard. I want to see you against him. Like, you feel me? Just because of that. So it's like, imagine what somebody...
But this is my thing. Though. Like, okay, I give you this when you said that Swamp was had a trailer, Squeako had a trailer, Ace Amin had a trailer. Like in the middle of a battle, I get that, right? Now I'm saying, who over here is going that crazy? You mentioned Billy. I will give you Billy. I was there in the building when he went crazy, and y'all saying he went crazy yesterday. But how, like, if you're putting a trailer in a battle, that's because you feel like you have a guaranteed hitter between these two battle rappers. Not just because one person was good. You have a guaranteed hit. PG. Who over here has had that so far?
I'm biased, and no, you're right. So, and I can only go off this event. I'm biased as fuck. I'm gonna say me and Plex, and I'm gonna say Boone and Coogee for sure. I'm gonna say those two for sure. Like, you can go in any round and take some shit where there was reaction, where something was crazy, and not be worried like, shit, that was their best bar. It's shit that it's like, it don't matter which one. You heard me? Niggas is gonna fuck with it. Boom was going crazy. And we talking, listen to what we saying, Nico. We could use rebuttals from both of those battles. Shit that we didn't even write down. And I don't know, bro. It might sound balanced, but you're right. As far as like what have niggas done? You can only go off what's already down there. You feel me? Not what just happened. So I agree with you where it's like maybe niggas just don't say shit like that. But I mean, I don't know. Like going back to the real name Brandon shit. When that nigga said that with Fix, what he said, that aerial line, we were just talking about that shit the other day. Like that shit was crazy, bro. Fix had some shit that
like,
was crazy.
Let me give you an example, right? So, Champion talked about Ace Amin and Fuse, Swamp, and Your Honor. Even though both Fuse and Your Honor lost clearly, they're still getting the push like, oh no, we have to see them back. Even though they took an L to somebody's breakout performance, we got to see them back. So they got 30 or 2-1 cleared, and they're still good enough to say, no, they have to come back. I'm asking y'all, objectively speaking, who over here is doing that? Because that's what they're looking for. Obviously, that's because that's what they pushing.
A nigga that what? So you asking me? First
off, example.
Real quick, the coverage, the media niggas, and it's not all on media, but when the media is pushing it out, when you got Champion and Angry Fan and Piper Boy and Norbs et al., when they're all attending those battles, Nico, you heard me? Then it's easier for them to push that along with the battlers. Where here, I feel like all the weight's kind of on you. Really, like it's like, okay, Northwest, okay, they got BP. You feel me? Salute BP, and then it's like for Cali, Arizona, Vegas. It's like all that shit, all the pressure and weight is on you, which is unfair. First of all, you heard me? But you can't make every event, so it's like outside of y'all two, the bloggers aren't pushing, the battlers aren't pushing, so you can't really compare. You heard me? We just had